Imagine for a moment that everything you think you know about reality is just the thinnest veneer, a delicate illusion masking infinitely more profound layers of existence. What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, you are standing at the precipice of the most extraordinary transformation in human consciousness? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel the electricity dancing through your nervous system. Every single atom in your body is not just matter, it's potential. It's a quantum symphony of infinite possibilities, vibrating at frequencies beyond our conventional understanding. We've been conditioned to perceive reality as a fixed, immutable landscape, solid, predictable, bounded by the limitations of our five senses. But quantum physics is systematically dismantling this outdated worldview, revealing a universe far more magical, interconnected, and malleable than we ever imagined. Consider this revolutionary concept. At the quantum level, particles communicate instantaneously across infinite distances. They're not just connected, they're fundamentally entangled. One particle knows what another is doing, regardless of physical separation. This isn't science fiction. This is cutting-edge quantum mechanics. But here's where it gets truly mind-bending. What if consciousness operates on similar principles? What if your thoughts, your intentions, your deepest inner states are not confined to the biological prison of your brain, but are quantum signals that ripple through the fabric of reality itself? For thousands of years, mystics, shamans, and spiritual traditions have spoken about an underlying energy, a universal consciousness that connects all living things. They described it through poetry, through ritual, through metaphor. Now, quantum science is providing the mathematical language to validate what these wisdom traditions have always known. We stand at a unique moment in human history. The rigid boundaries between science and spirituality are dissolving. The rational and the mystical are no longer opposing forces, but complementary perspectives of the same fundamental reality. This isn't about believing something blindly. This is about understanding, about awakening to a more expansive version of yourself, about recognizing that you are not a separate, isolated entity, but a dynamic, quantum field of infinite potential. In the next few moments, I'm going to reveal how you can tap into this quantum field of consciousness, how you can transform your life by understanding the invisible energetic principles that shape your reality. This isn't just information, it's a roadmap to personal revolution. Are you ready to see beyond the illusion? Are you prepared to step into a new paradigm of understanding, where your consciousness is not just a biological accident, but a powerful, creative force capable of reshaping reality itself? Your quantum awakening begins now. What exactly is energy? Not the electricity that powers your devices, not the calories that fuel your body, but the profound, invisible force that animates everything in existence. It's the unseen current that flows through every living system, connecting consciousness, matter, and potential in ways we're only beginning to comprehend. Throughout human history, different cultures have recognized this fundamental energy under various names. The Chinese call it qi or qi, a life force that flows through meridians in our body. In Sanskrit, it's known as prana, the vital principle that permeates all living things. Indigenous traditions speak of a universal spirit that breathes life into every atom, every cell, every moment of existence. But we're no longer in an era of mystical speculation. We're standing at the crossroads of science and spirituality, where quantum physics is providing empirical evidence for what spiritual traditions have understood intuitively for millennia. Energy is not just a concept. It's a fundamental reality that shapes our entire experience of existence. Consider your own life as a living laboratory. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the emotional temperature? Sensed tension without a word being spoken? Experienced an inexplicable connection with someone you've just met? These are not coincidences. These are manifestations of energy, subtle, powerful, and very real. Modern science is revealing that we are not solid, separate entities, but dynamic energy systems constantly exchanging information with our environment. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel generates a specific energetic frequency. These frequencies aren't confined to your body. They radiate outward, interacting with the quantum field that surrounds and permeates everything. This invisible energy is the bridge between your inner world and external reality. It's the mechanism through which intention transforms into manifestation. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with a specific frequency, you're essentially programming the quantum field to respond to your deepest desires. But here's the challenge most people face. We've been conditioned to believe that we are passive recipients of reality, rather than active creators. Traditional education, societal structures, and mainstream narratives have systematically disconnected us from our innate power to shape our experience. We've been taught to look outside ourselves for solutions when the most profound transformation happens from within. The quantum understanding of energy demolishes this limited perspective. It reveals that you are not a victim of circumstances, but a powerful co-creator of your reality. Your consciousness is not a mere byproduct of biological processes, but a fundamental force that can literally reshape the fabric of existence. This isn't about magical thinking or wishful speculation. This is about understanding the fundamental principles that govern our universe. Just as a skilled musician understands the laws of sound to create beautiful music, or a masterful painter comprehends color theory to create breathtaking art, you can learn to understand and work with the energetic principles that underlie all of creation. In this journey we're about to undertake, we'll explore how you can become a conscious architect of your reality. We'll break down complex concepts into practical, actionable insights. You'll learn how to recognize, cultivate, and direct your personal energy. You'll discover techniques to clear energetic blockages, align with your highest potential, and step into a more empowered version of yourself. This is more than an intellectual exploration. This is an invitation to a radical transformation, an invitation to remember who you truly are, not just a physical being having occasional spiritual experiences, but a spiritual being having a profound human experience. Are you ready to unlock the invisible power that has been waiting within you all along? Are you prepared to step into a new paradigm of understanding, where you are the author of your own reality? The journey of quantum awakening begins now. Let's be brutally honest. Despite decades of self-help books, motivational seminars, and personal development strategies, most people feel fundamentally stuck. Trapped in cycles of limitation, struggle, and unfulfilled potential. You might have experienced this yourself, that gnawing sense that something is missing, that you're capable of so much more than your current reality reflects. Why do so many of us struggle to create meaningful change, despite our best intentions? Why do our most heartfelt goals seem to dissolve into a fog of daily compromise and unconscious patterns? The root of this universal struggle lies deeper than most conventional approaches recognize. It's not about lacking motivation or discipline. It's about a profound misunderstanding of how energy and consciousness actually work. Most people operate under a mechanistic worldview that treats life like a linear process. Get up, work hard, follow the rules, save money, repeat. But this approach fundamentally misses the quantum nature of reality, the understanding that we are not just passive actors, but active participants in creating our experience. Consider the average person's approach to personal transformation. They might set goals based on external expectations, work exhaustingly hard without understanding energetic alignment, rely solely on rational thinking and willpower, ignore the subtle energetic signals of their body and consciousness, constantly fight against their natural flow instead of working with it. This approach is like trying to sail a boat by rowing against the current, instead of understanding the wind and tide. Exhausting, inefficient, ultimately futile. The real problem is not a lack of effort, but a fundamental misalignment with the universal principles of energy and consciousness. We've been taught to see ourselves as separate from the world around us, isolated individuals struggling against an indifferent universe. But quantum physics reveals a radically different perspective. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel generates a specific energetic frequency. These frequencies aren't random or meaningless. They are powerful signals that interact with the quantum field, actively shaping your physical reality. When your internal state is dominated by fear, doubt, and limitation, you're essentially broadcasting a signal that attracts more of the same experiences. Most people are unconsciously trapped in what I call an energetic feedback loop. Their current circumstances generate specific emotions, those emotions generate specific thoughts, those thoughts generate specific actions, which then reproduce the same circumstances. It's a closed system of perpetual limitation. Traditional approaches to personal development often fail because they attempt to change symptoms rather than addressing the fundamental energetic patterns. They might offer positive thinking techniques that feel artificial, productivity hacks that create more stress, goal-setting strategies that ignore emotional and energetic alignment, motivation techniques that quickly burn out. But real transformation happens at the quantum level, by understanding and consciously directing your energetic state. This isn't about wishful thinking or magical manifestation. This is about recognizing that you are a dynamic energy system constantly exchanging information with the universe. Your consciousness is not confined to your brain. It's a powerful, creative force that extends far beyond your physical body. The challenge, then, is not about working harder. It's about awakening to a more profound understanding of your true nature. It's about learning to read and direct the subtle energetic signals that are always flowing through you. Imagine if you could recognize your energetic patterns with crystal clarity, clear unconscious blocks that have been holding you back. Align your internal state with your deepest desires. Become a conscious creator of your reality, rather than a passive recipient. This is not a fantasy. This is a learnable skill, a technology of consciousness that bridges the gap between scientific understanding and spiritual wisdom. In the next part of our journey, we'll explore exactly how you can begin this transformative process. We'll decode the invisible principles that govern your experience and provide a practical roadmap to quantum awakening. Are you ready to break free from the invisible barriers that have been limiting your potential? To truly understand the nature of energy and consciousness, we must first shed our limited perception of reality. Imagine consciousness not as something that happens inside your brain, but as a vast, interconnected field that permeates everything. A living, breathing tapestry of potential that you can learn to navigate and influence. Let's break down the fundamental principles of how energy actually works in our lives. Energy as information. At its core, energy is a form of intelligent information. Every thought, emotion, and intention carries a specific energetic signature that communicates with the quantum field. This isn't metaphorical. It's a literal exchange of quantum information that shapes your physical reality. Think of yourself as a sophisticated broadcasting system. Your internal state, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotional frequencies are constantly sending out signals that interact with the broader field of consciousness. Just as a radio transmits specific frequencies that can be received by compatible devices, your consciousness transmits energetic frequencies that attract corresponding experiences. The layers of energetic awareness. Our energetic system is far more complex than most people realize. We're not just physical beings, but multidimensional energy systems with several interconnected layers. 1. Physical layer, the most dense and visible aspect of our being. 2. Emotional layer, the realm of feelings and subtle energetic responses. 3. Mental layer, the domain of thoughts and belief systems. 4. Spiritual layer, the highest frequency of our energetic expression. Each of these layers communicates and influences the others. A limiting belief in your mental layer can create emotional blockages, which then manifest as physical tension or illness. Conversely, a profound spiritual insight can ripple through all layers, creating holistic transformation. Practical energy alignment techniques. Understanding energy is not just theoretical. It's a skill that can be developed through intentional practice. Quantum visualization. Traditional visualization goes beyond simply imagining outcomes. In quantum visualization, you're not just creating mental pictures, but generating specific energetic frequencies. When you visualize an outcome, you're actually calibrating your internal energy to match the frequency of that desired reality. The key is emotional resonance. It's not about creating a perfect mental image, but about feeling the emotional state as if the desired outcome is already real. This creates a quantum entanglement between your current state and your potential future. Emotional frequency tuning. Every emotion carries a specific energetic frequency. Low-frequency emotions: fear, anger, shame, guilt. Mid-frequency emotions: neutrality, willingness, acceptance. High-frequency emotions: joy, love, gratitude, excitement. By consciously choosing and cultivating high-frequency emotional states, you're literally raising your energetic vibration. This isn't about suppressing negative emotions, but about developing the skill to move through them and return to a state of balanced, expansive awareness. Meditation as quantum recalibration. Meditation is not just relaxation. It's a sophisticated technology for reprogramming your quantum field. When you enter deep meditative states, you're essentially creating a zero-point field within your consciousness. This allows you to clear energetic blockages, reset your nervous system, communicate with your deeper quantum intelligence, align your internal state with universal energy. The quantum law of resonance. Everything in the universe operates on the principle of resonance. Like attracts like. Your dominant internal state will always seek external confirmation. This means your reality is constantly calibrating to match your deepest beliefs and emotional frequencies. If you consistently hold feelings of scarcity, your external world will reflect scarcity. If you cultivate abundance, gratitude, and possibility, your reality will reshape to match those frequencies. Practical integration. This isn't about achieving a perfect state, but about developing quantum awareness. You're learning to become a conscious navigator of energy, rather than a passive receiver. Start with small practices. Notice your emotional states without judgment. Pause and consciously choose your response. Practice gratitude as an energetic recalibration tool. Develop a meditation practice, even if just for 5 to 10 minutes daily. The evolutionary perspective. We're not just individual beings working in isolation. We're part of a collective quantum field of consciousness. As more individuals awaken to these principles, we create a collective shift in human potential. Your personal transformation is not just about individual growth. It's a contribution to the evolution of human consciousness itself. Are you ready to become a quantum architect of your reality? This is the moment of truth. The point where everything we've explored converges into a single, transformative understanding. The invisible power you've been seeking is not external. It's not a distant, mystical force. It is you. It has always been you. Let me share a profound insight that has been whispered by mystics, validated by quantum physicists, and hidden in plain sight throughout human history. Consciousness is not a product of your brain. Your brain is a product of consciousness. You are not a limited biological entity struggling to survive. You are an infinite, multidimensional being experiencing a temporary human expression. And within you lies a creative potential so vast, so profound, that it can literally reshape reality. Consider the most revolutionary understanding of our time: observer effect. In quantum mechanics, the very act of observation changes the behavior of quantum particles. This isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a metaphor for how consciousness fundamentally interacts with reality. Your attention is creative power. Every time you focus your awareness, you're not just passively perceiving, you're actively generating reality. Your consciousness is a quantum paintbrush, constantly creating the landscape of your experience. The universe doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. Remember the ancient wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus: as above, so below. As within, so without. This isn't just a poetic statement. It's a precise description of how quantum reality operates. Your internal state is a blueprint for your external experience. But here's the critical distinction. This is not about controlling every minute detail. It's about aligning with a deeper intelligence, what some traditions call the universal flow, others call quantum intelligence, and quantum physicists might describe as the fundamental ground of being. True power comes from three fundamental shifts. 1. Awareness, recognizing that you are not your thoughts, but the consciousness observing those thoughts. 2. Intention, consciously directing your energy instead of being driven by unconscious patterns. 3. Surrender, releasing the need to micromanage outcomes and trusting the larger intelligence of the universe. This is where most people get stuck. They confuse surrender with passivity. But surrender is actually the most powerful action you can take. It's like a surfer riding a massive wave. You're not fighting the ocean, you're aligning with its incredible power. Every great transformation in human history began with someone seeing beyond the current paradigm. They didn't just think differently, they perceived differently. They understood that reality is not fixed, but fluid, malleable, responsive to conscious intention. Einstein once said, "The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe." This is not just philosophical. It's a quantum choice that literally shapes your experience. Your beliefs are not passive mental constructs. They are active quantum generators. When you truly believe in possibility, when you embody the frequency of what you desire, you create quantum entanglement with that potential. This is the secret that transforms victims into creators, observers into architects of reality. You are not here to fit into the world. You are here to bring forth a world that has never existed before. Your unique consciousness is the universe experiencing itself through your particular lens of perception. Every challenge you've faced, every limitation you've encountered, has been a perfect catalyst for your awakening. Nothing is wasted. Everything is information. Everything is energy seeking greater expression through you. The quantum world doesn't recognize your old stories of limitation. It only responds to your present state of being. Who are you choosing to be in this moment? What frequency are you broadcasting? Your awakening is not something that will happen in the future. It is happening now, with each breath, each choice, each moment of conscious awareness. You are not searching for power. You are power experiencing itself through human form. Are you ready to step into your true quantum nature? We've journeyed through the invisible landscapes of consciousness, exploring a profound truth. You are not merely a passive observer of reality, but an active creator of your experience. The quantum world reveals that consciousness is not limited by our traditional understanding. It is a dynamic, creative force that flows through and around us. Let's recap the essential insights of our quantum awakening. Energy is information. Every thought, emotion, and intention carries a specific frequency that communicates with the universal quantum field. You are constantly broadcasting and receiving these energetic signals, shaping your reality moment by moment. Your consciousness is not confined to your brain. It is a vast, interconnected field of potential that extends far beyond your physical body. The boundaries you perceive are illusions. You are fundamentally connected to everything in the universe. Transformation happens from the inside out. It's not about fighting against your current circumstances, but about aligning your internal state with the reality you wish to create. Your most powerful tool is your ability to consciously choose your emotional and mental frequency. The journey of quantum awakening is not about achieving perfection. It's about developing awareness. It's about becoming a conscious navigator of energy, learning to read the subtle signals of your inner landscape and intentionally direct your creative potential. This is not a destination, but a continuous process of evolution. Each moment offers an opportunity to choose awareness over unconsciousness, expansion over limitation, love over fear. Your quantum awakening is happening now. It doesn't require special powers or extraordinary abilities. It simply requires your willingness to see beyond the illusion of separation and recognize the infinite potential that resides within you. You are not here to fit into the world. You are here to bring forth a world that has never existed before. Your unique consciousness is the universe experiencing itself through your particular lens of perception. The quantum revolution is not something happening to you. It is something happening through you. Are you ready to step into your true quantum nature? This is more than just a video. This is an invitation to a radical transformation. I'm offering you a roadmap to begin your quantum awakening, right here, right now. But this journey requires more than passive listening. It demands active participation. Here are 3 immediate steps to start your transformation. First, begin a daily consciousness practice. This doesn't require hours of meditation or complex rituals. Start with 10 minutes each morning of pure, intentional awareness. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, observe your thoughts without judgment. This simple practice is your first step in reprogramming your quantum field. Second, start an energy journal. Document your emotional states, your recurring thoughts, and the synchronicities you begin to notice. Track how your internal state correlates with your external experiences. You'll start to see patterns, invisible threads connecting your consciousness with the quantum field. Third, commit to radical self-honesty. Look at the stories you've been telling yourself about limitation, about what's possible. These are not facts, they are quantum programs you've been running. Begin to question them, challenge them, replace them with frequencies of possibility, expansion, and potential. For those ready to dive deeper, I'm providing free resources, a guided quantum meditation audio, an energy alignment workbook, weekly live streams exploring quantum consciousness techniques. But here's the most important invitation. Trust your own inner guidance. No external teacher, no video, no system can give you what you already possess. You are the quantum technology. You are the awakening. Your transformation is not just personal, it's evolutionary. Every time you raise your consciousness, you contribute to a collective shift in human potential. The quantum field is listening. Your consciousness is broadcasting. What will you choose to create? Your awakening starts now. Subscribe, connect, transform.